2 years ago I bought this boat, a Genoa 54 DS, which we named Voyager. The condition was shoddy to say the least, as we found it disused in a boatyard in Greece, but it was cheap. So I began a 9-month refit which consisted of an interior overhaul, as well as cosmetic work to the exterior of the boat and a bunch of random repairs, as well as upgrading the boat to get it ready to coastal cruise off-grid. The process was not pleasant and I decided I never wanted to refit a boat again, but after 2 years of cruising and adding a few more things to the wish list, mostly to get the boat even more ready to cruise offshore, I'm starting a second refit, yay. Some of the work is removing the keel and replacing the bolts, sandblasting the bottom, installing a water maker, some AC units, installing a folding prop, a cutter rig, doing a bit of fiberglass work, as well as a few miscellaneous upgrades here and there, all worthwhile stuff. As always, I'm not a professional, I'm an idiot, don't copy what I'm doing, this is entertainment, not education. Enjoy.
Okay, don't mind me looking like I just woke up, because I just woke up. And it's hot out there. So we're in Preveza and the boat needs some work. The keel bolts need changing, the mast is coming down. We were supposed to put a few things in, but they haven't arrived because delivery to Greece is a bit difficult, and now there's some massive operations to put Voyager.
It's a crane. It's a big crane. It's a big crane. It's a big crane. It's a crane.
This is really terrifying.
Hello, so about to start the second refit, which I'm so excited about. We've got a few things happening to the boat. I've got a month to get all this done. I am not doing all the work. Excuse me. Sorted. Right, so we've got a month to get all the work done. I'm not doing everything this time, mostly for insurance reasons. I don't want to do something that's going to land me in a hole. So we've got the keel bolts being changed. That is the first big project. When I first got the boat in the water, one of the keel bolts was definitely dead. Gave it an arc, it sounded dull, the others are fine. Sorry. So, one of them sounded dead, so I was like, okay, if one of them's died, some of the others are about to die, so we'll change it. I resealed the keel to hull joint, no water came in, fine, but they need changing. We intend to keep the boat for 10 years, so get those changed. So, that's getting changed. Next thing, obviously to do that the mast has to come down. When the mast is coming down, I'm getting a cutter rig put on there, so we're getting a jib as well as a Genoa, which is going to be great for downwind sailing. As well as that, we're getting the hull sandblasted. So the yard is doing the keels, the yard is doing the sandblasting. We've got a full new undercoat going on, so we've got paint from International Paints, we've got Primcon primer going on, and then we've got some Micron V50. Previously used that, lasted for 2 seasons, absolutely fine, going with that again. We've got a new folding prop going on there from Flexifold, which is a free blade, 22 inch, 16 inch pitch, so we should be able to get more speed with lower revs as well, which is cool. That's going on. Got some underwater lights going in, and then we've got new water maker, so the one which was in here, which was made by Odyssey, which is that thing. Wonderful water maker, but for the cost of refitting that, I could actually get a brand new one that performs more efficiently now, because they've got a lot better. So I've got a water maker going in from Seawater Pro. That's an AC water maker. It does 140 litres an hour, 130 litres an hour. That's going to be easy. Taking the old one out, switching the new one in. All the plumbing is exactly the same. That's straightforward. And we've got 2 AC units going in, which are DC powered AC units, which are insanely efficient. Those are also from Seawater Pro. And then I think we've just got like a few little random bits. We're going to touch up some paint on the inside. We're going to do a few little other bits to get the boat looking a bit nicer. Give it a good clean, because it's been 2 years since we've really touched the boat and messed around with it. I've got 2 more solar panels going on. So the solar arch, I'm going to put an additional 2 solar panels on each side. So I need to make an extension from the arch. I'm going to do that myself, because I've got someone who's lent me a MIG welder called Nick. Thank you, Nick. And then there's a place that sells tubing down the road. I used to be a fabricator for a very short period of time, but I still know what I'm doing, so that's it. So here we are. Boat looks insanely messy by design, because we've abandoned doing anything for it basically for a month. And yeah, we're about to start work. So it's blowing about 20 today, so the mast can't come down, but I'm going to take the mainsail off. Genoa is going to have to come off tomorrow morning when the wind drops down a bit. And yeah, this is what the next month of my life is going to look like. Back in the yard in the winter, doing boat work with a cold. So, you know, pray for me, bless me, send me good wishes, whatever you want. I'll take all of it. Let's get to work. Yo, hello. So we're in the... Let's get this autofocus on, eh? Bloody fancy cameras. I don't have a fucking clue what I'm doing with this thing. There you go. Hi. So, taking the mast down. The mast sits inside here. The mast goes down to the keel, or keel step, whatever. It doesn't actually go down to the keel, just goes down to the hull of the boat. So first thing is to disconnect all the electrics, which are up here. So I'm labelling all these things. They go onto this like little grid, which is pretty confusing. I'm almost certain that I'm going to fuck this up, and I'm going to end up connecting them wrong, but I'm trying my best anyway. Good luck to me. So then I'm going to open this out, and then the yard are completely taking care of the rest. They're going to send their crew in, take the mast off and do away with it. So I just need to take the electrics off, which is this part here, and just take this frame off, because this box sits around the mast to make it look less masty and more woody. That's not the correct way to say it. So yeah, that's what I'm doing now. So I tied it all up, bunched it up with a bit of string, and then I've kept the string out here so I can just pull that, and then the wires come back through. There's just 4 bolts, screws holding it down there, and then because this is nice and flush, this should just be able to lift this straight out now, hopefully. So that's there. I've cleared all of this area so that can come straight out. After they take the mast down, the next thing they're doing is releasing the bolts, the nuts for the keel bolts, which are under here. So I wasn't worried about the keel falling off. There's so many bolts in there and they're all huge, but like one of those things, do you want to take your boat across the Atlantic and then the keel drops off and your wife's dead and your kid's dead, and then you're like, shit, should have put new bolts on. No, of course you don't want that, so you just change keel bolts. So that's what we're doing. So that's there. I'm now going to take the mainsail down after I've had a litre of Earl Grey. I haven't had my tea today, and it's 2:30. Shame on me. Let's fix that. Yo, so first thing to do is get the mainsail off, this big bugger here. So I'm going to do this. First I need to take the battens out. The battens have got to come out the sail. Then I'm going to drop this side of the lazy bag down, and then I'm literally just going to fold the sail like really simply onto the deck. And then, yeah, just bring it in, and then that's the mainsail done. So I don't like doing this by myself. It's a bloody heavy sail. I think it's £90 perhaps, something like that. It's a heavy thing. So yeah, nice chunk of wind. So making some progress. Got the sail down, which took about an hour. So that's down. I'm actually going to leave it up here till tomorrow morning when it's stopped raining, and then I'm going to fold it over there because I've got no chance of folding it on the deck. So just getting the lazy bag off now. This should slide. Doesn't feel like it's sliding. Bollocks. Right, let's figure out what it's not doing. It could be just because it's all knotted up like that. Let's have a look. Let's get it all over here to start with. It's a really, really strong lazy bag. It should slide off. Probably just need to give it a bit more of a tug. So yeah, taking the sail out takes a while because you've got all these separate little pins that need to come out, and getting up there is a bit of a bastard because you just step on these bits here. But then you've got like tool in your mouth, you've got the clips in your fingers, you're holding on with your other arm. It's not easy. Right, so that's day one finished. It's just started pouring it down. So I've got the main sail on the deck there. It's not going anywhere. I've got all the lines off the boom. So the only thing left to do tomorrow is Genoa, and then just whip the rest of these lines out with the blocks and lean them forward. And then the mast can come down, I'm thinking. Hopefully there's going to be no complications with it. So yeah, look at this thing. This is what's opposite me, a wooden boat. It's a shame. Looks really nice from the other side, not this side. Easy first day. I'm not doing anything more. We didn't get any sleep last night and they woke us up at like 9. No, I know that sounds tragic, but we only usually go to sleep at like 3. So yeah, hi. Morning. So it's the next day. I'm about to crack on with work. I got the mainsail down on the ground, so I'll wrap that up. So yeah, they just came and checked the keel bolts this morning, and yeah, we should be taking the mast down in about 30 minutes, so good luck to me and the boat.
The 2025 Odyssey Sailing Festival will take place in the BVIs from the 1st of April, and the cabins are now available for sale. The Odyssey Sailing Festival is a week-long party on a fleet of incredible catamarans with a group of legendary skippers at the helms. We do regattas, beach parties, raft-ups, and basically experience everything the cruising life has to offer. This is the 3rd festival we will have done, and the 2nd time we will be hosting the festival in the BVIs with Navigare. Ian Briany. Email andy@theoceancruisers.com directly to book.
So as a yard, they do all their own work. They do all their own rigging, sandblasting, fiberglassing. They don't really use external contractors, which is really nice.
Πέστε μου να μολύσω. Κατέβασε. Κατέβασε Γιώργο.
So they just attached the mast down there. I'm lifting it up now. So he's getting lifted up with the crane, and I'm just going to lower him down and spin it. There's the boom. across that northern mast. Lowering it down now. So we've got the mast down. The boat looks so weird. I actually prefer it with the mast down. The deck is way more spacious. So here we've got the boom that they rested on here, which looks fine. I've got a little crack in the vang. See that there? I might try and get it spot welded. I've got a little plastic bag over there. This pops out easy enough. The mast has drain holes in the bottom that were blocked, so when we actually lifted the mast and pulled it off, probably about 5 litres of water just flooded straight out the mast, which isn't good. So I need to get that sorted because that won't help with erosion. But there she is. And then my friend Maximiliano, my Venezuelan, Italian mate, Venezuelan, Italian and Texan mate, just picked up my new head sail. So I've got a jib going on this boat as well now. So as well as the oversized horrendous Genoa, all of these boats come with a cutter or the slutter possibly, because it's not quite a solent, something in between a solent, which should be further forward, and a cutter which would be a bit further back. So they've all got this on, and the masts have already got the attachments on the top. So that should be a nice easy installation. So I've got the furler, the tube, the stay, the additional Genoa cars which actually attach onto the back of there, and a sail which will need a new UV strip, which I was anticipating anyway, because well, I was going to do it anyway because it's got a grey UV strip. So that's the work for today, and there's the sun, which I haven't seen in a week, so I'm going to call it a win for today. The mast came down and nothing broke, so I'm going to go and enjoy the rest of this weekend.